The 240, I'm going to leave the dash and stuff out over there and the glove box. The reason I'm going to do that is in case we have an issue and we got to do anything, I'm going to leave that out before I mount the ECU and all that stuff. So I'm going to leave it sitting there till I figure that out. I shouldn't have to move it for anything, but you never know. I'm just going to leave it like that. Go have it dynoed, come back, and then clean it all up. Nothing will have to change or anything. That way I can button everything up. Tomorrow, I'm going to, I guess, put this one on the lift and lift it. Take this one out, stub it under this one, and bring my son's IS300 and put it in here and try to see if we can't figure that thing out. So I got the lower ball joint over there. I got the new upper control arm came in. So as long as all that stuff goes together, I can get the bolts out of the spindle and nothing else is damaged, I can fix that car tomorrow. Should be able to. So that's the idea. All right, but we're gonna call it a day today. We'll be back on it tomorrow. Hopefully get the IS300 on the lift and get that thing fixed. And hopefully it's not too bad. So, all right, here we go. All right, so it's the end of the day. Been swapping some cars around. Junior's in there somewhere. Here's our sponsor. I don't know if I've made any kind of comments on that. Slipping Sideways. Pretty cool sticker. That's our sponsor. But went ahead and pulled the hood off this Jewel. And we got a little more into his car. We got it in the shop and the spindle. Got all that going on. Everything looks okay. The bushing is bad on that, but it didn't pull the bolt out. The spindle, it sheared the bolts off in there. So we gotta either figure that out, either get a spindle or we'll try to get the bolt out. You gonna try to get the bolt out?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with that. Cleaned up the shop a little bit today. Junior helped me get all the stuff moved around. And the IS300, I robbed a boot, or a clamp rather, from there. Now I got both clamps, and she's ready for the dyno. I ordered the screen to go on that, and it says it was delivered by mail, and then my mail people said that it was lost, and I never did get anything or whatever, so I've got to order another one of those. And we need to bleed the clutch because I hadn't drove the car any, so I didn't realize until I moved the clutch needs bled. Did an oil change on it. I need to check the plugs and make sure I got the right gap on it, and I need to figure out what that gap is and get them changed and set the gap on the plugs. Then we'll be ready for the dyno. So, all right, that's where we're at. Here we go. All right, so I'm at the shop tinkering a little bit. The non-Vvti, I bought them in. I've been cleaning that thing up and getting the valve covers ready to go on back on the 1JZ. Yeah, let's take a look at that. So, again, there's a bug flew in it. I don't know, I don't have a paint booth. I was painting outside. A trash bag flipped up on it, and I mean, they look okay. They'll survive. You can see imperfections in it. But again, I've never claimed to be a painter by no means. It's rattle can, done outside, and all I got in it money-wise is whatever the paint cost, and sandpaper I had it from another job. I think when I done the engine bay on the S13. But this is the same color it's under the hood of the S13. So in case you hadn't recognized that. I want to get the valve covers back on it so there's no trash falls down in the motor. They may get nicked up, I'm sure they will, trying to put the motor in and all that. It is what it is. But again, they're on there. I gotta hunt the oil cap and put that in, and I'll get an aftermarket one later, but that'll work for now. Just a factory one. So there you go. There's the valve covers on the 1JZ. All right, so I got the valve covers on the 1J, and so now I've been tinkering with the 2JZ GE non-Vvti bottom end, and that's what's going into the IS300. So I've got all the oil pump and all that stuff's off. Got the mount off. I was kind of just wiping down the block itself. I'm not going to do any painting or any of that stuff. It's going to be just a thrash car. So got all that off. I got to get some O-rings. Make sure I got that right kit for. There's O-rings here, O-rings. There's O-rings everywhere in this block. So we got to make sure I get all the right O-rings. And there's one on the bottom of the block too. So I got to make sure I got them all lined up and in the right place. There's one right there. I done took it out. So there's gonna be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 O-rings. So that one, there's 2 there and 1 there. I gotta make sure I put those back. Make sure I find the correct ones and do that. So, all right, moving on to the next part of it, which is, I guess I'll pull that mount off and kind of clean that side up a little bit, and may pull this bracket off. All right, here we go. All right, so I went ahead and finished what I could. I have all the stuff cleaned up, the glue, all the glue's cleaned up there, all the mounts are off of it. Got it pretty straight. Got to do the flywheel and the rear seal. That has to come off. It's got to be cleaned up and all that. I may actually set it off of the stand to do that, because it's gonna be hard to get behind there and, you know, kind of scrape all that and take care of all that. But I may just put it back together and do that before I finish the end of it. So yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. I got a new oil pump, water pump, all that stuff brand new for this engine. I had bought it for the other one that's at the machine shop, but whichever one gets done first is the one that I'm going to be putting it on. So if the one at the machine shop gets done before I get to this one, that'll be the one. If whatever. It's as long as it is wide. I got to have 2 oil pumps, 2 water pumps, and drill and tap for 2 turbo lines and all that. So yeah, but either way, so I'm gonna call it a day. That's a wrap for me. Yeah, we'll come back with some more 1J and 2J content maybe tomorrow. It's supposed to rain. We might end up in a rental. We need to get that double wide. I need to get out there and get to work on that thing. I've been procrastinating, and it's cost me a fortune just letting it sit there empty. So we may make it out there and tinker a little bit, but that's it for now. So thanks for watching, guys. All right, here we go.
I'm feeling high.